Hey, good morning. Well, today we're supposed to move the goats. We need to move them across a couple of pastures to a new pasture. So it's going to be a little bit of a difficult move, so we're out kind of early. Yesterday, we had something come up that we've never had before. We had a neighbor that was talking to World's Greatest and said, hey, they saw goats in a pasture that we haven't had them in. And so I just almost wrote that off. I said, well, it's probably just the backs of pigs or something like that was in the tall grass. But I went on down there and checked, and sure enough, there was 3 of our little billies that we hauled way down to the billy pasture over there. And I mean, they're a long ways away and close to the nannies. And so I was just like, oh no, and so we were able to drive them all the way back and put them back in the pasture where they were. Well, I came out this morning to go move the nannies, and these 3 little billies are back over here, and they're literally one pasture away from the nannies. I don't know. Anyway, I've been able to get them up here to our pens, and I've got them caught now. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in the pens here, and then they're going to stay there until I get the nannies moved, and then I'll have to figure out what to do. Come on, guys. They say, no, I don't want to go in there again. We've been in there. They said, we've been in there before. It's a trap. Yes, it is a trap, fellas. There you go. Hey, and I'm sorry. When it's as hot as it's been, and those of you in the south central part of the United States, you know how hot it's been. We get out early, and we start before daylight. So I try to wait to record until it gets a little bit light, but even then, it's still not great on these GoPros, and that's kind of what we have. We have one bigger camera, and it's just a, fill in the gaps kind of camera. But the GoPros they're not very good on low light. But the good news is we got them. And it just amazed me how far we were able to drive them and have them not get away. So, God. Sometimes you wonder if God's trying to tell you something. We've never ever had this happen, but we typically don't. We don't wean. We've kept billies before, and I did keep them in a smaller pasture for a while. But we've pulled billies out and put them down with the herd before, and never had an issue. So I thought I found where they got out. I had a water gap that the wire that I had there was completely gone. So I'm guessing something got in it and then drug the wire off. But who knows? I'll have to go back down there and look and see if I can figure out where they're getting out. Otherwise, I don't know. Let's see what we're going to do, because we need the billies next year. Well, we need them this year. So we'll have to see. Let's go get the nannies moved. Get. They're coming.
Hello, Rattle. What do you say, sweetheart? What do you say? Yeah, gotta.
Okay, they're finally coming. They kind of stopped in that previous pasture. They thought there might have been a few things that they missed the first time around. And it's been about maybe 10 days since we went through there. Maybe 12. But I really think it's closer to about 10. So I'm glad they came, because it looked for a minute there like I was going to have to sequester world's greatest. I think I just about yesterday about. No, she was okay. We had those Billy kids. It took us an hour probably to get them back to where they were supposed to be, and they're back down here. So, you know, obviously the spot where the gap was out is not where they got out, or it is, and they've figured out how to tear it down, which I don't know how. I'll have to look. But you hungry, buddy? Huh? You want some food? Come here. Yeah, gotta. Buddy just doesn't eat very much. Boy, look at his condition. He just kind of keeps his condition all the time. I don't know if that's because he doesn't do anything, or because he's an easy keeper. Yeah, gotta. So what's going on is I'm moving all the animals. Part of the challenge with the animals is keeping them together. That's for their safety and also for our management. It makes it a lot easier and a lot more efficient. Be sure and stick around. We'll see how easy it is to move the Mashona Angus compared to the goats. All right, I'm gonna have to get around behind them and just make sure everything's coming. They're really hitting this giant ragweed right now, which is understandable. This is the time of year where it is 19 to 20% protein. And, you know, they like it. That previous pasture we went through, and you can see all of it in here. It's the tallest stuff in here. But that previous pasture, they had defoliated most of that. Which it's good. It's a resource. It's great for the deer. It grows big racks, and it should be good for the goats also. You know, that giant ragweed, we've had to cut it because it was 15 feet tall before, and it was blocking some vision that we needed to have. And that's unreal. And it's one of those things that, you know, people say, well, it's growing because there's bare ground. Well, I don't know. Oh, bugs are eating me up here. Here's one right here. And the ground looks pretty covered. You can kind of look at all that. Looks pretty covered. So I don't know. I don't mind it though. It has extreme value for us. Now, obviously, a 15-footer, it only has value once it gets knocked down, and the goats will knock it down when they get ready. So, and the deer will too. They kind of browse the same. But you can see, looks like it's going to be a good year for giant ragweed. Here we go, just like a bunch of goats. Woo! Come on. Woo! Woo! There's a few in front of us. What do you say, lady?
This is the pasture that the goats were just in right before we pinned them and worked them. So now the cattle are in there. It's a giant pasture with lots of timber, and so it's difficult. They kind of have to come in order to get them all out, so we got to be real careful.
The question is, will they hit the gate or will they go by on the trail? I'm gonna go that way a little bit and see if that helps. Come on. Woo! Come on. Woo! You think they hadn't been hit by that fence? Woo! 10, 18, 20. You seen those guys count like that? No way, no how. I can't do it at all. Come on, ladies. Woo! I hear them coming way back there. Woo! There's one of the musketeers over there on that side. He's ignoring me. He says, I got business. Woo! Old heifer's finally spread out in that timber. I'm anxious to get to the back side of it and see what they did. There's still quite a few over there. I'm gonna guess this is probably about half of them. Here comes some more, but there's a bunch that aren't coming. Here comes one of the other musketeers. Let's get around here and go take a look and make sure they're still coming from the other side, because it's a fairly big pasture. When you add the timber in, it makes it more difficult kind of for them to see and hear and all that stuff. So let's see if we can't locate the rest of them. We'll sit here for a little bit. Man, she's about to pop. Ooh. Ooh. I can see some tracks right through there, but not since it rained. We got about 7/10 last night, so I'm going to go on this way, on this trail, if I can pick my way through here. I just need to get somewhere where they can hear me, because they will come. Like a bunch of kids coming to the ice cream truck. Okay, I'm gonna get out right here. I'm gonna go out this gate. I still need to cover that right there, but I can cover it from the other side of the fence, and it's easier to drive. So they'll be able to hear me too. I haven't run across a couple that were still coming from that other group, but I think there's quite a few that are not accounted for right now. So, you know, we're looking at that timber, and I don't think the cows are like the goats, where they would be, you know, back in there eating browse, especially when they've come up around this thing, and you can see they've grazed everything that kind of cows graze. So I think they're somewhere else. The question is, where? see where they're trailing over there. So hopefully they've come on around and gone across and gone in. So let's get over there and check it out real quick. Beat them back over here. Surely. So I made a big loop. Didn't see any more. I don't know if I got them all or not. It's one of those things that I don't know. I guess time will tell. So hopefully I did. Saw two of the musketeers come in, so I guess I can pass through here real quick and see if I can find another musketeer, and that might be like marking about 5 sheep and 1,000 sheep and having a good idea that they're all there. I've got one heifer in here that's had a baby. I haven't seen it, so it would have been in that second group also. There's one of the bulls. Oh, there's two of the bulls right over there. Looking for Caesar's son. I don't know. Now that they're spread out pretty good, I don't know. Hey, ladies. Woo! Well, I do not know here. Sure haven't seen the little calf either. He could be easy to miss though if he's bedded up in this stuff. Heifer. Okay, I don't see him. I don't think he's in here, so there's definitely some that are somewhere.
That's right. We moving early this morning. Nothing but eyes.
We'll find out later today how well they moved. Okay, we got a bunch of them that came back, didn't continue on over. I know I saw that white Coriani and her baby cross, so I'm going to guess that all of these probably came back in here. So, woo! Come on, maybe I can get them to go again. This is the only issue with calves. You know, the calves just don't want to go a lot of times with their mama. So, you know, if they don't go, guess what? Their mama's got to come back. If they don't, they'll go to town. You can't get too mad at them for coming back. But it sure is a pain. Woo! Woo! Come on. What are y'all doing? This is exactly where I was in the dark earlier, and it looks like a bunch of the calves have come back across the river, so the mamas came back for them. Oh, good grief. Go on now. You got the best stuff on the other side. I need these to come, not those. Not those out there. This is gonna be a wreck, is what this is gonna be. a calf get shocked. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. That's gonna be it right over there. That's good. She's a working. Come on, ladies. Okay, so there's more than one way to skin a cat. Y'all have heard that. And what I'm gonna have to do, unless these on this side just start filing past me and going, it's gonna be almost impossible to keep these from coming out. Well, see, they're gonna go on down. Hey, woo, come on. Woo, come on. Maybe I can walk across. No, they're gonna go on down. They think they need to go north. I just can't seem to catch a break here. Where you going? You're about to go off that hill there, aren't you? Yeah, you're going off the hill. You go off the hill. Aren't you going to go off the hill there? Huh? 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 I'm going to shut the gate on these dudes. First, I'm going to make sure the gate isn't touching there. It's not. Yeah, I'm going to shut the gate on them. Y'all don't want to come in, huh? Okay, whatever. Okay, so I always like to try to sum up something, especially if I learn something. So the summarization is as follows. Goats are easy to move. Heifers are typically easy to move. Cows with babies are almost never easy to move, especially if you're trying to move them in the dark across the river with new babies. Don't do that. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.